On behalf of the young people in this country, I would like to join other citizens in welcoming the Tondeka Mabega campaign, as we believe that this is an opportunity for us as citizens of this country to demand for meaningful representation in implementing the sustainable development agenda. Of course, like most of us are aware, Uganda is largely a very young country. Globally, we're actually considered second or third of one of the youngest populations globally. And absolutely, if there's any particular policy or program or intervention in place that government wants to adopt, and this intervention or program or policy does not address the needs and aspirations of the young people, then it means that we are setting ourselves in the foot. What makes us different from the older population or from the adult population is the fact that for us, we are a little bit more still productive. You know, we have the ability, we have the energy to engage, to work, to be participatory, to engage in different processes. So it is important for our country to take advantage of that opportunity. And we have seen in all different countries, even from we can borrow examples from the Asian tigers. They have harnessed what we call the demographic dividend, investing in the health, in the education, in the empowerment of their young populations to make sure that they are productive and they can deliver and contribute to the socio-economic development. So it's the same message that we have. We cannot afford to be left behind as young people in this country. We cannot, because this is our country, because we believe we still have more years to live. Well, we might not get to where the older people are, but for as long as we still live, we must be given the opportunity, we must be given the priority in this country. Because one other thing that makes us different as young people is, now let's take an example of an adolescent who cannot speak on their own, you know, who are susceptible and are at high risk of everything that you can talk about. Teenage pregnancy, poverty, gender-based violence, child marriage, you know, all forms of vulnerability that you can talk about. These young people are at risk of that. So, meaning that if you do not prepare them, if you do not invest in them, then they will be affected in one or another. So what we want to see our young girls get pregnant at a tender age, become parents when they are still children, and when they're in that category, will they contribute to the socio-economic transition? Where I want to see Uganda transit from a poor country to a middle-class income. So I think it's important that this agenda concentrates on the needs of young people. We want to see government give young people an opportunity to thrive, to survive, and to transform. We want young people to have the opportunity to have choice, to have voice and control over their bodies, over their health, over the way they can contribute to the socio-economic development of this country. Will that take us as a country? So it's important that we concentrate and prioritize investment in policies and programs that harness the potential of young people to grow, to be stronger, to be healthier, to be educated, to be empowered, and to contribute towards the socio-economic development of this country. Importantly also is that as we struggle not to be left behind as young people, we want the government to highlight our contribution. We are making a lot of contribution as young people to this country, and our contribution cannot be underestimated, even regardless of all the different challenges that we are making. In some of our families, we are the sole breadwinners because our parents passed out of HIV. Accidents are claiming our parents like no man's business. So we are contributing. We are looking after even our siblings. You get what I'm saying? We're looking after our siblings. We are contributing in terms of agriculture and other things. So our contribution cannot be underestimated in this country. It must be. We even want to see in the National Development Plan reports, we want to see the contribution of young people quantified such that it translates into the investment in terms of how much money is invested in young people. And we also want to see a proper accountability framework. You see, many young people in this country have been taken for tokenism, and which is wrong, which is absolutely wrong. When we say you're allocating 250 billion for the youth fund in this country, how much is actually released? Not even 50% of that money is released. Even what is released, there is no proper accountability framework to track how these resources are used. So I think it's important that we look at all these things and we make sure that we cannot leave our young people behind. Let's invest in the health, in the education of young people. Let's invest in ensuring that our young people have access to employment opportunities, our young people have access to income, and we are not left behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much.